My love for sports was inspired by my older sister, Ashley. Growing up, I wanted to play all the same sports as she did. My other sister, Alexis, and I would go out to play basketball with Ashley in the backyard or always go bump a ball every night. I am passionate about this topic because sports have been an important aspect of my life for so long. And I don't think I could imagine my life without sports. They have shaped me into the person that I am today, and I know I can't speak for everyone, but I believe that sports are imperative to the growth and development of a child. I'm here to persuade you to recognize the importance of putting children into sports and acknowledge the positive benefits that are associated with sports. There's controversy over whether a child's involvement in sports is important or not. The 2015 article, The Importance of Sports for Children, states that sports are quite beneficial for children. By playing sports, children develop physical skills, exercise, make new friends, have fun, learn to be team players, learn to play fair, and improve their self-esteem. As mentioned above, a child's participation in sports will help them to develop physically and mentally. Children are able to be surrounded by positive energy and also learn to associate and play well with others. Sports cause children to have to focus on specific tasks, such as dribbling a basketball, and help to further develop their cognitive function. The 2020 Benefits of Sports for Adolescents expresses that sports teach teamwork and problem-solving skills. All of the children on a team, as well as the coach, are fighting to achieve a common goal. This allows a child to build teamwork and problem-solving skills through communication. This is also important for adulthood, specifically when having to overcome problems or obstacles in the workplace or in your personal life. Benefits of Sports for Adolescents also highlights that sports boost self-esteem. A child is able to experience the reward of hard work and commitment through sports, and their self-esteem will rise dramatically as they achieve individual and team goals. There may be research against child involvement in sports, but there is far more supporting children in sports. Every child should be involved in at least one sport at some point in time. As I have mentioned previously, sports have so many benefits for a child. Some of these benefits include social skills, cognitive thinking, physical health, and self-esteem. The article, Healthy Development of Children and Young People Through Sports, states that sports and physical education is fundamental to the early development of children and youth and the skills learned during play. The article further highlights the key values that children learn through sport participation, which include honesty, teamwork, fair play, respect for themselves and others, and adherence to rules. All of these key values learned through sports are so important to the overall development of an individual. A person must learn honesty in order to be a trustworthy person. Teamwork is used in all aspects of life, including the workplace and overall day-to-day life. Fair play is crucial because fairness is the key to a peaceful society. If a child is not taught fairness at a young age, then they will grow up to be selfish and not think of others. The respect of rules is imperative to a functioning society and individual. I interviewed Alec Morales, who was involved in multiple sports growing up. I asked him how playing sports at a young age helped him to improve his physical health and self-esteem. Alec stated that sports kept him outdoors and in shape from the time he was 5 until he was in college. Not only did sports help him to stay in shape, but it also helped him to recognize his strengths in terms of specific sports. He also was able to learn what his favorite sports were. Alec went on to run in college and finished all regional. If Alec had never been exposed to sports growing up, then he never would have had the opportunity to find his true calling, which was running. I have another example about how sports have helped influence someone else's life in a positive way. I will provide you with an example of this impact that sports can have on a child. Jefferson ran his first cross-country race in 8th grade. He had never had any prior running experience before this race. He finished the race second to last, but he felt like he had just won a gold medal. After that race, Jefferson found his passion, which was also running, and he told himself he would work to become a successful runner, and he did just that. Jefferson went on to earn all conference, all district, and all sectional in high school for cross country, and he became a runner in college. If Jefferson had never been exposed to sports growing up, like Alec, then he never would have had the opportunity to find his true calling. They both have something in common. You may still question if sports are that important for children. Some parents believe that sports are too dangerous. The 2008 article, More Kids Are Suffering Sports Injuries, claims that as many as 4 in 10 emergency room visits for children between 5 and 14 years old are for sports-related injuries. However, that would mean that 6 out of 10 injuries are also from non-sports related events. A parent can't live in fear and not allow their child to participate in sports just because of that statistic. 2016 article, Intensive Participation in a Single Sport, Good or Bad, for Kids, expresses that early sports specialization in the majority of sports can cause overuse, injury, and burnout from concentrated activity. There's a simple solution to this problem. Children should not be subjected to a vigorous year-round sports specialization until at least the age of 12. This allows them to get the opportunity to try different sports and figure out which ones they like or even don't like. This also allows the child to have fun playing multiple sports, and then they don't have to focus so much time and energy into a single sport. I discussed the following: the question over whether sports are positive or negative, and whether they are something that a child should experience. Parents should allow their children to participate in at least one sport during their childhood. Who knows, the child may become a successful athlete like Alec or Jefferson. But the child may also learn that sports are not for them, and that's okay. However, not getting the exposure to sports is denying a child the ability to find their hobbies and talents. Always let a kid give sports a try.